Hi everyone, welcome back to the Mystic Empress Tarot channel. I'm so happy to have you back here. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Onika. I'm going to be channeling message from Spirit today, and the particular topic that we have tonight is what does your higher self want to tell you? So in this video, we're pretty much talking about messages that your higher self has been trying to communicate with you for a while. And it seems, I'm just channeling right now already as it is, it seems like a lot of y'all, y'all have disconnected with your higher selves for a while, and y'all are kind of lost in translation. So some of y'all's higher selves already want to tell you to pay attention, especially if you have some ringing in your ears. That's probably, pay attention to that. That's probably them trying to get your attention. Okay, so today we have 3 piles. Pile 1, we have this beautiful Amazonite bracelet. Pile 2, we have this beautiful blue aura quartz. And, oh, you better stay. Oh. And group 3, we have rose quartz. Okay, so pause the video if you need to. Take a few deep meditative breaths, calm the mind, and choose whichever pile feels best for you. And I will see you in just a moment. Hello, pile 1s. For those of you that pick this Amazonite bracelet, this is your reading on what your higher self would want to let you know right now. So when I first picked up the Amazonite bracelet in my hand and meditated with it for a bit, I kept seeing visions of well, first I thought I felt water, like this watery energy. So I was like, there's definitely a group of a Pisces here, definitely, for sure, if that just blurted out. It's like Piscean energy. I can feel there's a lot of water sign energy here for a lot of y'all that picked this reading in particular, or this pile. And I also felt I saw tears, like someone's been crying a lot lately, they've been crying a lot lately. I saw a girl kind of alone in a room just crying and then I felt this sense of family, like the home. Like this could be related to your home or people that you care about. So I also got Cancer energy from that, so I'm definitely feeling that there's a lot of Cancers here. But okay, let's just get to your cards. Enough with what I saw with the bracelet. Now let's get to the cards that came out for you, which kind of confirmed my visions. So you got the 5 of Cups, which explains the loss and feeling of loss and like heartbreak and the tears that I saw in the vision. And then you got the Hermit, 9 of Swords, Death, and I'll get to the oracles in a bit. So let's start with the tarot here. With the 5 of Cups, you've definitely experienced a loss or many losses rather, that have left you in this automatic just pilot mode of just like, your pilot mode is to be in a sense of lack all the time because you have lost so much, and you've been very reclusive or just very to yourself lately. And some of y'all have cats. I feel like that's what's helped you stay in the house a lot more. You know, you don't really feel that lonely when the cats are home, you know. So if some of you that have cats, that's the message for you. But your higher self, it wants to let you know that they understand what you're going through. They understand that, you know, the losses and the heartbreaks and everything really took a toll on your emotional body. But your higher self wants to help pull you out of that and not allow your emotions to drown out your intuition. So, with this Knight of Swords here, I definitely felt them calling you towards using your intellect more, or just kind of being more in your head rather than your feels, I guess. And I'm not saying that you can't be in your feels and that it's not okay. I'm a huge advocate of just crying it out, but there's sometimes we over-identify with our emotions and our feelings, and then it warps us into this person that isn't really us, if that makes sense. Which then leads me, let's go into the oracle cards now. With the emotions running high, that, like I said, earlier, really confirms the feeling that I felt with, the water sign energy, and just being very emotional and kind of chaotic. I'm getting Titanic vibes, which is very interesting. And then I also did feel some air signs. I thought Gemini, and then possibly Aquarius. Some of you could be Gemini, since we have New Moon and Gemini card here. With the communication is key. I feel like there's family members of yours that... Oh, okay. I feel like some of you have... This isn't going to resonate with everybody, but for those of you that have lost people recently, in your family due to illness or death, they passed on, your higher self is encouraging you, and as well, along with your higher self, it's your loved ones that have passed on. They're both working together, your higher self and your past loved one working together to kind of help you open up to communicating with them. And that could be through anything. If you just want to talk to them, if you want to go to a psychic to, or a medium to do that, or if you want to just listen to their favorite music and just think about it, and just talk about them, think about them, and anything that in a way honors them. I feel like that will definitely help give a lot of you, I don't want to say closure, but it would give you some comfort, knowing that the person you lost is not really gone. Yes, they are physically gone, and there's that heart-wrenching, and that makes sense. With the death card here, like what I was saying, there's losses, and I really feel for a lot of you guys in pile 1. You definitely have had it rough in these past few, for some reason, I want to say 9 months. And so, that's why we have a time for healing, balsamic moon here, because I just heard you've been stuck in the trench for far too long. I don't know why that specifically came out, but your higher self wants you to take yourself, go out of the trenches. You don't deserve to be in there anymore, and you need to outgrow it, and you gotta have more. Your higher self is encouraging you to have more confidence in yourself and belief in yourself that you can overcome this very tough cycle. Oh, I don't even want to say cycle, but it's just kind of a period, a chapter in your journey that... Excuse the sirens in the background. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that, but I had to pause it for a second because there was a lot of sirens happening outside. A lot of fire trucks or ambulances. But anyways, back to the reading. And I even feel this little intermission with the sirens outside. It was kind of like a message that was part of your reading. So yeah, that I feel like that's when you lost this person, it was in a tragic way. For those of you that resonate with that, take what resonates. But okay, so moving on, we have animal oracle cards, spirit animal oracle cards, and you got there is always enough, be at home, wombat spirit, koi fish spirit, wombat spirit, dolphin spirit, this and that are true, flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between, and fox spirit, think on your feet. Okay, so yeah, for those of you that haven't lost a loved one and it's just that you have been struggling with a lack mindset, spirit and your higher self wants to remind you that there is always enough. You just have to match your vibration with what you want to receive. So, you know, the universe speaks in vibrations and energy. So if you want abundance, if you want more money, if you want to be more financially stable, emotionally stable, you have to not just wish upon it, but you have to do the work to raise your vibration to the same level of the things that you are calling in, so that it's more, you know, magnetic. So yeah, now moving on to the wombat spirit, be at home, like what I was talking about, how some of you, this may have been a loved one that you lost. So someone, you know, something close to the home, and your higher self wants to tell you to get out of the house, actually. You know, and that's kind of, that reminds me of the Hermit card back here. I think a lot of y'all have been self-isolating a little too much, and it has probably spiraled you into a depression. And I'm seeing like someone just laying on the couch just with some chips and, you know, watching Netflix or TikToks all day, and, you know, from morning till night, and probably not even showering. And no judgment if this is you, like I've been there. But your higher self wants you to get some fresh air, get some sunlight. That will definitely help with your, to clear your mind and regulate your emotions and all that, and really just get her, really just take some time to relax, you know, and get out of your routine. Now with the dolphin spirit, this and that are true, I'm getting that the fact that you went through some very heart-wrenching things is true, and clearly valid, and you are completely valid, you know, validated to feel however you want. But also on the other hand, knowing that you can come out of this, knowing that you that there is life after all this pain, they're both true. So I'm getting that, yes, you went through some horrible things. That is true, and that is valid. But what's also true and valid is that you deserve more. You deserve to live life again and really go onto and really grow into the highest version of yourself. Because, you know, I mean, like, after all, this is messages from your higher self, so, you know, it makes sense. But yeah, it's like right now you're in this, I guess, awkward phase in between where it's like, okay, the tower moment is done now, and, you know, but you're not yet started your new beginning. It's kind of like that blank page, like when you're reading a book and like the chapter ends like on one page, and then there's, you know, you turn it around, there's like a blank page before you. start the next chapter. I don't know if you understand that, but pretty much what I'm saying is there's this like weird limbo period right now that is your higher self is really calling you and telling you to use this time for healing, active healing, like being more mindful about your body, what you eat, what you drink, what you consume, not just physically, but through social media, through music. Just kind of do like a mental check, an emotional check every day, and just being more mindful about things. And then next with the fox spirit, think on your feet again with, kind of reminding me of the Knight of Swords here. Your higher self is asking you to be more present, really absorb the present moment, and know that there's no need to have anxiety or worry about the past or the future, because the only thing we have really is the present. There is no past, there's no future, there's just the present moment. And yes, we can have memories, but what we are living right now, all we know is the present moment. So they're really urging you to just be more aware, really sometimes just stop what you're doing and just take a look around, see if you could smell anything, see if you name 3 things you could smell, name 3 things you could see. And I definitely feel like this is catered a lot to y'all with anxiety. If you're about to have an anxiety attack or something, you kind of want to take a moment, stop, breathe, and doing that physical, like, sensory test, I guess, so it could bring you into the present moment more. All right, Pile 1, so this is all that I'm seeing for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you would like, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 2s. If you picked this beautiful blue aura quartz, this is your reading. Okay, so when I first picked up the blue aura quartz, I was loving the energy. You guys have been doing a lot of healing, especially around related to the throat chakra, which is why I see a lot of blue here. But you've been doing a lot of emotional healing, and your higher self wants to commend you. What I'm getting so far is that your higher self wants to commend you for doing so well on your healing, your emotional healing and everything. And your higher self is really pretty much telling you that you are on the path to on a brighter path. You are being gifted with a lot more hope right now. You are in this hopeful energy. And with the High Priest card right here, I feel like I get the sense that y'all are very, very highly protected, not just by your higher self, but your spirit guides, and your intuition is very, very strong. It's magical almost. Like, I definitely feel like you guys have been tapping into your own magic and your own divinity lately, and I think that's beautiful, and your higher self clearly thinks that as well, and wants to encourage you to remind yourself to breathe. Like, it's okay now. Like, you can exhale. Like, it's don't let ego get in your way. Don't get pride get in your way, or allow that nagging inner voice, inner critic get the best of you, and not make you believe that you have been coming so far as you have. And your spirit team and your higher self really wants you to communicate with them more. Like, get to know yourself, and your higher self will definitely reveal themselves more and more clearly towards you. And the more you get to know them, it's easier for you to evolve into that version of you. So yeah, communication is key here, and I definitely see that you are going to be getting an answer to a question or an unresolved issue around May, so around Gemini season this year. I don't know why that just came out, so for whoever that resonates, that resonates. But yeah, now we're gonna get into the chakra wisdom cards. We're gonna pull some on camera and see what chakras your higher self wants you to pay more focus to. All right, so let's pull these chakra wisdom cards. Let's see, pile 2. What does pile 2's higher self? All right, what does pile 2's higher self want to let them know right now? What chakras does pile 2's higher self want them to focus on? Okay. Crown chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus. And let's get one more. No? All right, let's get one more, please. Ooh, yep. There we go. I was like, why is there no throat chakra in here? Okay. So let's start with the crown chakra, one with all. It says, I feel the divine force flowing through me. I honor this and know that it flows through all. I am calm in knowing that I am one with all, and I contemplate and meditate on that fact. I regularly remind myself that we are all from the same source, and that we are all in a journey as spiritual beings experiencing this physical existence. I am aware that I have a choice as to how I respond to what is happening in my life. My responses have an enormous effect on my spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical well-being. So, yeah, similar to group 1, if there are a few of you here in group 2, pile 2, whatever, that deal with anxiety, I definitely feel called to tell you that reminding yourself that we are all pretty much more alike than we are different, and kind of there's a collective oneness that we have with other people. I know in this climate that we're in, everything's distance is being promoted heavily, and people have kind of lost that genuine human connection. But spirit and your higher self is really urging you to connect more, and I think that's why we have 2 Gemini cards here. Connect with your fellow humans more, like connect with your family, your friends, and even strangers. Like, I have one friend of mine that said, strangers are just friends you haven't met yet. And I think that was beautiful, and a beautiful way of putting it and viewing it. Right, so the next chakra that your higher self wants you to pay attention to is the sacral chakra, the sexuality. I honor and I respect my sexuality, and I allow the natural flow of my feelings. I acknowledge that my sexual thoughts and feelings will arise, and I release unnecessary guilt regarding sex. I'm open to the positive sensual feelings coming to me from others. At the same time, I keep my sexual activities well-directed and in balance. Okay, so for a few of you, I have a feeling that a lot of this emotional pain and turmoil you've been carrying from other people, because this is a lot of cup energy and a lot of and a lot of sad cup energy, if that makes sense. Like we have the Four of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Five of Cups. A lot of this I feel like are probably from partners that you've been with intimately, that maybe you didn't really know them that well, and now through, you know, intercourse, you or you have absorbed some of their trauma and their burdens that they're carrying, and they just maybe most likely unknowingly transferred that to you. So, and I think now that you have been through this healing process, you have made that revelation yourself, and there is this sense of guilt that has really been eating you up. But your higher self wants to remind you to give yourself grace and forgive yourself for not doing better, you know. But now you are, and that's all that matters. And Spirit and your higher self wants you to be proud of that. Okay, so the next chakra that they want you to pay attention to is the solar plexus, self-confidence. I trust myself fully. I will not allow fear or doubt to hold me back from doing what I am here to do. I have confidence, belief, and conviction in my abilities and goals. I welcome questioning by others as this gives me a chance to clarify my truth, ideas, and philosophies. I trust in a higher power, and I am open to new challenges. All right, so what I feel like your higher self is trying to say with the solar plexus card is that you know how magical you are. You are really starting to come into your own power and strutting it, you know, strutting that power and just letting everybody see it. And though there is kind of a warning, I guess, to not let it get to your head, which I guess this is why the don't let your pride get in your way full moon and Leo card is here. But so it could be that you need to be more self-confident in your abilities, or that if that resonates with you, that resonates. But if it doesn't, if you feel like you have already like this amazing self-confidence, your higher self is asking you to not identify too much with the praise that you're getting, because it kind of happens, you know, where people get, for example, famous, or they finally get to the status that they want and they start acting different. And so for those that might resonate with, your spirit your higher self is asking you to just kind of stay humble in a way throughout this journey and your successes throughout this journey. Okay, and the next chakra they want you to pay attention to is the throat chakra, connect with spirit. Yep, like I was saying, connect and communicate with your higher self so you can get to know them better. So I develop a quiet mind that allows me to tune in and get in touch with my higher self or my spirit. I listen for the guidance that is there waiting for me to hear. I am open to the truth, and I welcome spiritual inspiration from others. I will benefit greatly by practicing meditation and stillness. I ask for inner guidance to assist me in getting more in touch with my spirit. I know that if I ask for guidance, it will be given. So, with that card, it really just confirms what I was saying earlier about how your higher self wants you to connect with them more and get to know them, and get to know them better on a level that it's just kind of like you know them like the back of your hand. So it's pretty much like you are your higher self already, if that makes sense. So yeah, with this card, what I'm getting is that your higher self is really asking you to take more time to meditate, take more time to quiet your mind and tune in with yourself, so that way your higher self has an easier way of coming through and connecting with you. And so that way you can really get to know your higher self's voice and know when they are trying to communicate with you. So yeah, that's all that I'm seeing for you guys, pile 2, and I hope this resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile 3s. You are here if you chose the rose quartz crystal, and this is your reading for what your higher self would like you to know right now. All right, so, all right, your higher self is been eager to talk to you. All right, we have the 4 of feathers. Whoa, okay. Sanctuary and rest. King of acorns, optimism, innovation. And 8 of acorns, energy, results. Okay, first and foremost, your higher self wants you to press pause on that treadmill. I just had a vision of a hamster on a wheel. I have the feeling that a lot of you have been working yourself to the bone, and your higher self is saying that's a big no-no. Clearly you have goals, you have dreams, you have ambition, you're very optimistic, you're innovative. There could be a lot of entrepreneurs here in this group, but in order for you to have the energy to get the results that you want, you need rest. You need to have, a safe space that you go to, even a corner in your house that you can go to just meditate, to do some breath work, to journal, read, whatever it may be, but whatever relaxes you. I don't know, drinking tea, listening to music, you catch my drift. So, yeah, your higher self is telling you to, actually, I feel called to read from the book what that means, since this is still a relatively new deck. All right, so 4 of feathers. We have the bear. Yeah, I thought it was a bear. I just wasn't sure. But yeah, it's definitely like giving hibernation mode, like sleep in. A lot of y'all have been like wanting to sleep in lately, and your higher self is telling you that you can do that. It will be fine. Your chores, your deadlines, your projects won't implode and won't explode if you decide to sleep in an extra 5 minutes or an hour or whatever. Okay, so let's get to it. 4 of feathers, the bear. A navigator of the dream world, bear appreciates the value of rest and quietude. He instinctively knows how much downtime is needed to recharge. During this repose, bear ponders and reflects within the realms of the subconscious, trusting in the healing process that his sanctuary brings. Introspective and strong, bear is here to remind you that you have within you all the answers you need if you only pause and listen. Didn't I say earlier that your higher self wants you to press pause on that treadmill? There you go, there's confirmation. Now, when overwhelmed, distance yourself from the situation until you gain back enough strength to stand up to it again. Slow down and nourish your spirit. Be receptive to your intuition. By the grace of your inner sanctum, regroup and recharge. Exactly, especially with the recharge here at the very end, like you need, and this is, you got the electric eel here, like in order to have that electricity like running and continuing, you have to charge it, sometimes. So, but you charge it by resting. Okay, and keywords for this card is retreat, rest, sanctuary, recuperation, healing, spiritual counseling, and meditation. So your higher self is also encouraging you to seek some professional help if some of you have been looking into that. I feel like they are really encouraging that, and they think it would be very beneficial for you. So next I'm going to pull some, actually first I'm going to take a sip of my tea. I don't know if y'all see that, but I have my witch's brew teacup here. I think it's suited. Fit for the occasion and the reading and the vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some cards. Excuse that. That was my squeaky chair. I'm gonna pull some cards from the Modern Witch Tarot and see what other messages. Oh, okay, yeah, your spirit guide, or yeah, your higher self is very talkative. You have the Tower. You have the Fool. Yeah, your spirit. I keep saying spirit guides. Okay, so that means your spirit guides are also here, not just your higher self. It's like your whole spiritual team, and I think that's why the cards are really jumping out like they are, because they're very eager. There's a lot of beings that are very eager to reach out to you. So yeah, the Tower card, they see you going, pretty much putting yourself through tower moments over and over again, because you're not allowing yourself to like rest. And I got the vision of, like, say, especially with like the Tower here, like on fire, I just thought of like somebody being careless and leaving, like, say, I don't know, say the gas stove on or something, and your kitchen catches on fire because you left the stove on, or you left something burning on the stove because you were doing this other thing. You were busy multitasking, and you weren't paying attention, and shit blew up. And yeah, so that's what I saw with that. And then let's see, we got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so I feel like there's another card coming. What else? But with the Knight of Swords reverse, I definitely see you guys being less worried, and yeah, change your perception. Worrying less. So there'll be, let me regroup. Okay, so your dedication to resting and recharging is going to help your stress and anxiety levels tremendously, and will help you be more enthusiastic about life. Like, waking up, you'll be like, okay, like, I'm ready to tackle the day. Like, I don't know what's really gonna happen, but that's okay. I don't need to be in control that much anymore. And look at that, we have the Sun on the back of the deck. It's gonna be a bright year for you this year, for 2022, pile 3. You just need to prioritize your rest and change your perception on a few things. Focusing more on self-care and your well-being. And I'm going to pull some oracle cards from the Moonology deck and see what oracle messages your higher self has for you. Let's see, what messages does pile 3's higher self? Look at that. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. Full moon in Taurus. Excuse that, that was my fridge. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Ooh, 2 full moons. Okay. Expect powerful change. Ooh, and don't let pride get in your way at the back of the deck. Should I? No, I'm gonna leave it. Okay. So we have 2 full moons and 1 new moon. Okay. So I'm getting that some of y'all may have been, when it comes to like finances and financial success, y'all have reached, this may not resonate for all of you, but for some of you, you may have reached a point of success that you feel like it's kind of like the top of the mountain. Like, okay, where do we go from here? Like, now you kind of have to like descend and like work your way back down to the basics, and to get back up onto another mountain. And I don't know why that imagery just came up. Maybe some of y'all like to hike. Also, your higher self is encouraging you to go out in nature more. Yeah, some of you might be stressing and worrying about the future and your finances. Finances is heavy right now. So yeah, and that's why we have the new moon eclipse here. Like everything's just kind of like blacked out. Like, you know, when you're asleep, you don't see anything. Your eyelids, everything looks black. So I think this also signifies kind of like, you know, rest and sleep and being quiet and in a meditative state to where you can listen to the answers that you already have within you and being more receptive to the answers that Spirit has for you. If only you're just willing to have a conversation and talk with them. With the full moon in Cancer, I'm getting a strong like vibe of the home. So your higher self is encouraging you to revamp your home, maybe like move some furniture around, clean up, light some incense, candles, like provide a sensory experience for your home so you feel more relaxed and just zen, so it would be easier for you to rest, you know, because it's you want to be able to come home to, you know, something that feels like a home, not just a house, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm getting that message from that card. And is there anything else higher self would want to tell them? Anything else higher self or pile 3's higher self wants to say? So this just stood out, the 0 with the full card. 0 is kind of like a, I don't know if it's infinity or is it, it's not, I forgot what it was. I think it's like absolute or something like that. I don't know, but message I got when I saw this, or, you know, the number 0 popped out, was that you guys have infinite potential, but you don't want to burn it to the ground before it even gets a chance to, for you to really put your potential like to practice, to use. So yeah, that was the last message that your higher self wanted to tell you before I went off, or before this video ended. But yeah, that is your reading. Pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated with you. And if it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you'd like. And I will catch you in the next reading. Bye.